Hey family, I'm waiting to see if this live is gonna work. But having some problems. See if this live is gonna work. Yeah, we in business, y'all. All right, so we are in business. So I'm just waiting for a few of y'all to join in now. Then, um, there were some things that was coming up this morning that I want to go ahead and give to y'all. I had about it, but I was kind of going to do a voiceover in all honesty because I was looking a little from the flow up when I made it. Okay, so instead of going through all that editing or whatever, I'm gonna give it to you now and allow the Lord just to fill in the blanks because there's just been some stuff that's coming up, and I feel like there's something more the Lord wants to add to what I was going to say. So we are back in business. Yay. Okay. The thing about technology is sometimes when it fails, it's a little frustrating. Okay. But we're back in business, you guys. So came up. All right. This morning something came up, and the Lord allowed me to understand that a previous message that I've given, it's time for it again. And I hadn't yet watched the message, but I went ahead and watched it this morning, and I realized, yeah, God, it really is time for this because you're having me say a lot of same things over again, repeating the same things over to me again as you were in that time frame. See, sometimes the message is not for you in the time that I might give it, be for somebody else, but then later on the same message may find you a year or 2 years from now, and then the message will be for you. So this morning I realized that part of the message I delivered then was for me, but it's never just about me. There's also some people. There's also, you're never crossing over by yourself. Okay, that's the best way I can put it. Okay, you're never crossing over by yourself. So this morning when I went to go get in the car, I started hearing the Lord sing to me. I was hearing Kanye West. I'ma testify. Come up in the spot looking extra fly. Till the day I die. I'm gonna touch the sky. And I was like, you know, feeling it for a second. Then I said, yeah, I'm gonna testify. And then all of a sudden the Lord was like, I gave you after I started talking all my smack, right? He was like, baby girl, this is a message I've given to you. And you've asked me, to reveal things or bring back things into your memory that you need to catch on to whenever it's in season. Not just for me too, but for some of you also, you're in season with this message. So I did post that old message in the community, but there's other things that I was in the core that he was bringing up to me that I want to bring up to some of you guys. Okay. um it's all up from here for some of you. Okay, there's some things that the Lord asked some of you guys to let go of, and I will tell you, there are some things until you release some blessings that will not show up on your doorstep. The Lord will hold them until certain things and certain people are released from your life. And once you begin to release those things and those people, then the Lord can basically allow you into certain rooms because there's attachments that are no longer attached to you that He said can't come up in the room. Okay? So for some of you, it's like there's a door that is open to you, a door of opportunity, a door of abundance has opened up to you. The thing that kind of was crazy when I went back and I watched that message, some of the words that I said to you guys last night, I said in that message. I prophesied the same exact thing. And it wasn't coincidental. And I'm not just trying to repeat myself, y'all. Okay. This is what the Lord will put in my spirit, and then I will give it to you. I told you guys yesterday, the manna has ceased. I said the same thing in that video. A group of people at that time, the manna has ceased. Okay. And there's also a group of people who's walking into exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ask for or even imagine. Okay, that's the season that you're walking into, is exceedingly and abundantly more than you can ask for or even imagine. And the Lord is really telling many of you it's time for you to step up. Okay, and what I mean by that is faith to faith, glory to glory. It's time to believe for bigger. It's time to believe for bigger. Some of you, the Lord may have the last job that you had, you thought, man, this was such a good job. Man, God, I can't believe you got me this job, right? But the Lord's talking to you about an even bigger job now. He's putting a new dream inside of you, is what I'm trying to tell some of y'all. It's like you were thinking, man, I want to get here. And then he put you there. And now he's like, we're going for more. Okay, we're believing for more. I want you to step it up, and not just one level. I want you to step it up a few levels, because the Lord is about to bring many of you up a few levels. A few, you're about to skip some levels. Okay, and let me make you understand why. This is your payback time. This is recompense. There's some of you, man, you've just been praying to the Lord. Can I just have some peace in certain areas? The Lord is delivering peace for many of you on all sides. Okay, this is the time that you have been praying for. The prayers are being answered for some of y'all. And so this morning when he was like, I got to testify, I was all into that little part, right? But then he began telling me this. He began saying, it's time for you to let go your loyalty to things that have been unloyal to you. This is things, people, places, etc. There are things, people, and places in your life that have not been loyal to you. And the Lord is saying it's time for you to release the loyalty that you're having to these people, places, and things, because it has expired. Okay? I have given words before about accepting the upgrade. For some of y'all, today needs to be the day that you accept the upgrade. And no longer will you allow or be loyal to the old version, the old thing that continues to show up. He's saying it's time to release those things and stop being loyal to things that are no longer serving you, and you can no longer be loyal to it. There are certain people, places, and things that y'all were loyal to. Even when you were in those places, those people, places, and things were not loyal to you. And he needs you to recognize that you're being loyal to unloyalty. Okay? Today's the day to release the loyalty to the unloyalty. All right? So he was talking to me about that. He also was saying that many of us have to start beginning to accept the truth about things. People, places, things. Accept the truth about it. Yo, that I know that we continue to talk about them, but even in talking about them, we're talking about you. Because anytime, like, I really want to turn this conversation around, is what I'm trying to say, y'all. Okay? I don't want it to be all about them. What they do, what they did. Okay. Yeah. But how did you respond to it? Okay? What did you accept? Why did you accept it? It's time for us to recognize that there's some fingers pointing back at us. And never again will you accept that. Never again will that thing show up in your life. Kind of like in the last live, one of you said something about that was the story of your life, and I told you to turn it around. Okay? Turn it around. It's time for a turnaround. It's time for something new. We're not repeating the old patterns. We're recognizing the patterns, not just in other people, but the patterns in us, the ways in which we continue to show up. And it's time for us to show up differently. Talk about them. Yeah, the problem is us too. We have accepted certain things. And so it's time for us to set some new boundaries. It's time for us to come up out of people pleasing. It's time for us to recognize, maybe I have an abandonment wound. This is why I'm showing up. Maybe I have a rejection wound. Maybe I am allowing breadcrumbing in my life. I'm allowing gaslighting behaviors. Why? Then we go to the core of it. Okay, well, the reason why you might be doing it is it might be has something to do with something that happened in your childhood. Okay? Maybe it was the dynamics in your household. Okay? Your parents might have been toxic in their own ways. And so as a child, you had to basically maneuver in that toxic environment. You would fill the room. It seems like daddy's a little upset today. Let's, give him some space and let's Walk on eggshells. Okay, we ain't got to do that no more. We grown. We ain't got to do that no more. We grown. What they gonna do? What they gonna do? What they gonna do? Okay. Whatever they gonna do, you can do it too. I hate to sound petty, but yeah. Whatever they gonna do, you can do it too. You know, I said two can play that game. Well, no, let me stop. Cause when they go low, we go high. I don't know about that, but you know, yeah, you get my point, right, y'all. I'm not trying to be petty, but at the same time, we got to start looking at ourselves and how we showed up in different dynamics. But I was being a little petty, but I'm just saying, you know, what they really gonna do? What are they gonna do? Whatever it is that you set the standards for, that's how people gonna show up in your life. So it's time to set some new standards. And when they don't meet the boundaries, then you get put outside the gate. Boundaries is like a little gate that you put around your little house. You're the house, right? You put a little gate around the house and you say, hey, look, I'm going to let you up in here. But if you don't act right in this area, because this is my standard, this is the standard to be inside these gates, right? I'm going to put you outside the gate. And then there's some more gates. You know, there's that inner gate and there's some other gates. You can decide where it is you want to stand. That's what a boundary is, y'all. It's a gate. Gates they open and they close, y'all, not a wall. A gate, open and close. So you get to decide how people show up in your life. This is your story. This is your story. You and God are writing it. So you have some decision making in that. Stop giving people so much power, so much authority. They're not more powerful than you. They're not. The only thing that's more powerful than you or them is God. Period. So we have to start establishing some new rules in our new life that we're walking into. Since it's new year, new you. Okay, let's do that. Let's do that. New year, new you. Okay, new boundaries, new standards. We're not putting up with certain things anymore. All right, we have to accept the truth about them, but we also have to accept the truth about ourselves and what we have been allowing, and check us. All right, so new environments. The Lord is putting many of you in new environments. He was talking about this morning, and these new environments are to foster your growth. Anything the Lord removes from you, and he's reminding me of the little girl with the teddy bear. Anything God takes from you, he has full intention of replacing it with something that is better suited for the season that you are in now. I want to say it that way for a reason. Y'all, you know, if you start looking at certain people in certain situations and you start seeing these levels, you know, they're not on your level. I understand, okay? But I'm going to try to reframe this. Y'all are going in different directions. This goes back to, there's a word in the back. It's exit 137 and exit 212, okay? In that message, I talk about basically exit 137 has a video of its own. I believe it's on the front page, okay? And exit 137 is the exit that the unrighteous are taking. Exit 212 is the exit that the righteous are taking. This is the exit of overflow. So the Lord is talking about right now that certain people are going in different directions. It's fine. That's what they have chose. That's what they want for their life. In fact, we're not going to even judge what they got going on. All right. There's an exit that you're taking, but just look at life as several exits. We're all headed in different directions. So at some point in time, if you're on a highway, sometimes it goes like this. Y'all got to go in different directions, or it goes like that. Different directions, okay? It's just simply you and these people are no longer aligned. That's really what it is. We don't have to put down their decisions and how they decide to live their life. That's how they have decided to live their life, and you have decided differently. So y'all are not going in the same direction. That way we're not sitting there talking about, you know, this person, that person, they're not on your level, etc. We ain't got to do that. We're not going in the same direction. That way we're not trying to have no superiority over somebody else, because we got our own mess to work out. Okay, just like they got their own mess to work out, so do we. We can't judge them. So we're moving into new environments that's going to foster our growth. And that's what we're focused on. The Lord is showing me, I understand exactly where you're coming from. He's showing me soil, like good soil. Okay, the Lord is going to be putting y'all into some good soil. And he's talking about, do I have that book with me? Hold on. I have been writing a lot, and I don't remember if this was the book or not. But there's something. No, it's not this one. What did I write about concerning that, Lord? It's like he's showing me what I wrote about in a visual. There are going to be some pairing ups that the Lord is going to do. And it's going to be like two plants. You know how plants, I'm not really the best with plants, y'all, but my understanding is they can start outgrowing their pot, right? And so when plants begin to outgrow their pot, people repot the plant and they put it in a much bigger one. And this pot that the Lord is basically re-putting you guys into, it has nothing but space. But the Lord is also pairing you up in this time too. So this is where kingdom marriages are coming in. But this is more than just about marriages. These are connections. The Lord's connecting you with the right people. It's like he's putting all the, the plants that need a lot of sunlight, he's putting all of those together. Y'all are in a certain environment together, an environment that's going to thrive together. But yet there are also plants that do better in the shade. They can be all in the shade together. You understand what I'm saying? He's putting like with like so that they can grow together. This is why a lot of you are experiencing separations. And it's not nothing personal. It's just simply y'all are going in two different directions. We're not going to judge the direction they're going in because some people, it's not necessarily that they're going in a bad direction or they're the unrighteous. They're the righteous too. It's just we taking some different lanes. That's all it is. It ain't nothing personal. So the Lord is looking to put you in an environment that you're going to be able to grow more abundantly in. So it's not about putting the next person down or judging how they choose to live their life. That is how they choose to live their life. That's between them and the Lord. We got our own salvation to work out over here, okay? So many of you are about to be put in new environments with new people, and you're going to see your growth. You're going to begin to grow in a way that you never grew in that other environment. And it's because your environment matters. The people in your life matter. The speech that comes out of your mouth. Mindsets need to be put together. You need to be in the right rooms, okay? Receiving the right information. It's like almost like your sunlight and your water. And many of you have been parched in that area. And so when you begin to get in some good soil and you get that good sun and that good water, you're going to see yourself flourish in a way that you've never flourished before. And so the Lord was talking to me about that this morning. And right now he's just kind of showing it to me in the example of plants, which he loves to do, which I really need to learn more about plants because he keeps talking about everything from seed to it growing big as a sequenza. He keeps talking about the growth and that cycle. So I really need to get more into my little science concerning this because it keeps coming up, y'all. So he also was talking to me about how many of you have been basically light. You are light, okay? But you have been light in dark places. And there were people that maybe you were around who very clearly saw what you were. There's some of them that very clearly saw who you were, but they would never ever tell you that to your face. They would deny it and they will go out of their way not to give you any type of anything. Okay? They don't want to give you nothing, no recognition, and saying that you're anything good. They couldn't say a good word about you if it hurt them, but they know the truth. Okay? They've gone out of their way to try to dim your light. So the Lord is putting you in rooms where people are going to recognize your light and you're going to get recognition for the light that is inside of you. So These other people, that's their problem. Like I told you, we're not going to judge them. We just going to leave them standing where they're at. We're not going to be loving on people um, and giving of our in that way so much of ourselves based on potential. It's like some of you are giving so much into potential, but again, potential is only something that you see. I don't mean to be rude with it, but I'm being honest. Potential is something only you see. When you look at this person, you think, man, if I was them, this, that, you just see all the potential. But if they don't see the potential, they have to see it for themselves. So what I need you to do, instead of looking at them and seeing their potential, I need you to go stand in front of a mirror and see your potential and get focused on your potential and sowing into your potential and not theirs. You're sowing into the wrong thing. You're sowing into basically a container with holes in it. That's what you're pouring into. And the Lord is saying, no more of that. No more are you wasting your oil on that. Okay? I need you to pour back into you. And it's not selfishness, because there are going to be people that the Lord is going to send to you that it's going to be some secure containers, honey. There's not going to be no leakage. And he's going to tell you to pour into this container. And as you pour into this container, they're going to know what to do with it. They're going to be able to multiply it. And they're going to be able to come back when you're low and pour into you. All right. So you cannot pour into potential. You're doing this. Plastic, glass. Oh, it has the potential. I mean, it got potential. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, I see it's a plastic bottle, but I can work with this. You know, get my little scissors out. I can make me a little cute cup. You see how it could be a little cute cup right here? That's you. Potential. We're not doing no potential. No, it either is or it is not. It is or it is not. It's that simple. Not the potential. It's their business to turn themselves, go to the Lord and allow the Lord to turn them into the glass cup. It's not your business. That's not your business. It's their business. All right. They got to see their potential. So we got to stop investing in the potential of something. All right. We got to see things for what it is. We're not investing in Amazon or a stock here. This is people. So they have to be able to see it themselves. Y'all can't keep sowing into things that don't want to bear fruit. Some people don't want to bear. I know that might make some of you scratch your head. Yeah, they don't want to bear fruit. They're happy being that fig tree that doesn't produce. They're happy with that. They're content with that. That's them. That's when you start going in separate directions. So we're not judging, but we are observing, and we're making some different decisions this year, this season, period. Moving forward in life, we're going to make some different decisions. So we're not reliving the same thing over and over again. We're going to see something new because we decided to do something new. Okay. So it came up this morning that it was time for upgrade, and it's time to say yes today. And I said yes today to the upgrade of whatever the Lord has for me. So today I'm telling you to say yes to. It's time to say yes to the upgrade, the new thing that he is doing, whatever that may be in your life. It's time to say yes and to let go of the past. Okay. So another thing the Lord was telling me this morning is he's restoring time, and that made me smile, because here's my pet peeves in life. 1 and 2. There's 2 and they're almost equal. 1, don't waste my time. Do not waste my time. You know, like things that gets on my nerve, and every time I have to post something on this little app, I be like, Lord, please don't let these people waste my time, because it's going to drive me nuts. That marketplace. Anytime like you got to sell something on marketplace, you know how people do. You still have the item? Is it still available? And then you're like, yeah. And they're like, oh, we're going to meet at this time, and they don't show up. Honey, don't try to ever message me back after you didn't show up or something. I done wrote you off. Okay? Don't play with my time. Kandi cannot stand that. And I'm very like, I'm very careful to watch that I don't play with yours either. You get my point? So I don't like when people waste my time, and I don't like a liar. Those two things with me, baby, stay away. Okay. So the Lord was talking to me about restoring time. And that's something that I kept also bringing up to him, is that some of us, I know I'm not alone with this, there's certain things that you've sold a lot of time into. It could have been years you sold into certain things. And that's why a lot of us stay in toxic dynamics, is because of the time that's attached to it. I mean, you've known some of these people 20 years, 30 years. Some of you, your whole life, you've known some folks, okay? And there's certain relationship dynamics that you've had with these people, but you've noticed at year 30, year 20, uh, mm, this can't no longer go forward. But it's real hard to let go of those dynamics. You've been best friends with this person for 30 years. It's hard to let go of that dynamic because you've always had that person there with that title, okay? But the Lord is talking about restoring the time. That means that the Lord is able to, he's the source. He has resources. What it feels that you have lost out on, the Lord can send it to you, and it can feel as if he's restored the time. Okay? His word literally says he will restore the time that the locust has eaten from you. He really means it. That's why he's talking about, for some people, when it's that appointed time, how things are going to move so quickly for them. And it's going to be one thing on the heels of another, is because he's literally restoring the time. The time that has been wasted. He's speeding things up so much so that it catches up to you where you could have been, should have been. You know how you think of what you could have, should have been, he gonna catch you up to what it is that you could have, should have. Okay? He has the ability to do that. So the Lord was telling me that that is what he's doing too. And there's time for some people where it's your appointed time, and it's going to be one thing on the heels of another. You're going to see what the Lord's going to be giving back to you is the things that you've been asking for the whole time. When it's your appointed time, it's going to go quickly like that. And also in that, he brought to my attention that finances is part of that too. There's some financial things that some of you have been asking for. Holy Spirit is interjecting here, and I know I didn't say you're welcome here, but me and him already was talking before I got on here, okay? He is welcome here. And everything I say, bring back and ask him how it applies to you in your life. But the Lord is interjecting here with, please put that back in my mouth that quick. Think bigger. Yes, Holy Spirit, but I'm trying to get to it. I see it, but I'm trying to get to it. Hold on. The finances. Okay, the wealth. The wealth. Okay. All right. You know, they say like the wealth of the wicked is stored up for the righteous. I know that there are certain things that the Lord has told us to invest in. All right. And good job. But I want to let you know that he has a way of increasing you where it not necessarily is going to be that. The Lord still can increase you without that happening today, this month, etc. He can increase you this month in a way that you never even thought of. He can increase you this year in a way that you never even thought of. And it's not necessarily in the things he's told you to invest in. Whatever he's told you to invest in it, invest it, set it, leave it alone. Okay? Leave it. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. I don't like talking about that subject over here. You already know what it is. Okay? If he told you to invest in something, set it, forget it. Check on it, make sure it's set, and leave it there. Okay? But the Lord has a way where he can double, triple you up, bring you into a whole nother bracket if he wants to financially. And it has nothing necessarily to do with that. When it's your time, it's your time. When it's time for your inheritance to come forward, your inheritance will come forward. And it does not necessarily have to be through any method in which you thought it would come through that method. That can be later on. You can already be established, and then that comes along, is what I'm trying to say. So don't limit him. That's the whole point of it all. Don't limit him. When he says it's time for your inheritance to come forward, don't limit him on how he's going to bring your inheritance forward. He's the one in charge here, not us. We're trying to so hard sit ourselves back in the driver's seat, and the Lord is telling us to sit ourselves in the passenger seat. All right? He's leading, not us. So, where do you want me to go, God? All right, I'm gonna go through some stuff. I'm gonna give y'all just the meanings of what it is, but I can't share the actual stuff. Okay, so the Lord is restoring you guys in this time, and He's also restoring the things that you have perceived to be dead, the things that you have perceived that are no more. The Lord is going to be restoring a lot of those things to you guys, and it's similar to Lazarus. Let me go ahead and pull, where's the script? I didn't write the scripture reference down. I just wrote down what he was saying. All right. So if you go back to the way the Lord gave this to me is kind of, he brought up the name Bethany. Okay. Bethany talks about basically the biblical village where Jesus raised Lazarus from the dead. Okay. Mary, Martha, and Lazarus lived in that place. And the place represented hospitality, resurrection. Let me go ahead and pull up the scripture. Oh. John 11. All right. Now a man was sick, Lazarus from Bethany, in the village of Mary and his sister Martha, in the village. Okay. Mary and Martha. Mary was one who anointed the Lord with perfume and wiped his feet with her hair. And it was her brother Lazarus who was sick. So the sister sent a message to him, Lord, the one you love is sick. When Jesus heard it, he said, the sickness will not end in death, but for the glory of God, so that the Son of God may be glorified through it. Now Jesus loved Martha, her sister, and Lazarus. So when he heard that he was sick, he stayed 2 more days in the place where he was. He stayed 2 more days in the place where he was so that it could be a miracle. He understood he would die. That's what some people, like, they don't really understand that point. Like, why would he do that? He did it intentionally. Jesus understood exactly what he was doing, okay? So in your life, he understands exactly what he was doing. It looks like some things are dead in your life. They are, in fact, dead at this moment. But again, Holy Spirit is showing me how he's replanting things. He has the ability to bring things back to life. Things that you perceived in your life was dead. There's certain areas in some of y'all life the Lord is showing me has been like a desert. But the Lord is talking about basically making an oasis in what was once a desert. Okay? Maybe you don't have the ability to do it. But at the appointed time, he has the ability to do it. And why is he going to do it? For his glory. It's going to be for his glory, because everybody done saw it dry up. These people done sat around and got the tickets. They done bought a ticket to your downfall, and they got a front row seat. The Lord is fully aware of people understanding what it is that you've been through, seeing your struggles, seeing you constantly struggle. Oh, but now they're going to see you rise up. And then they're going to be like, hold up, how'd that happen? Because last time I saw homegirl, well, things surely done shifted and changed. And what is it? Oh, it's the God in her, is the God in him. Because one thing that these people can say is, what are you always talking about? What are you always professing? God, how good God is, even in your situation where it looks dead. Even in your situation where it has been dead. Forget what it looked like. Lazarus was dead. They had him wrapped up and everything. They had him put away in the coffin. He was dead. But then he rose up again, okay? And so in John 11:7-16, it says, Then after that, he said to the disciples, Let's go to Judea again. Rabbi, the disciples told him, Just now the Jews tried to stone you, and you are going there again. Are there not 12 hours in a day? Jesus answered. If anyone walks during the day, he doesn't stumble because he sees the light of the world. But if anyone walks during the night, he does stumble because the light is not in him. He said this and told them, Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I am on my way to wake him up. He fell asleep, Jesus? Okay. That's what the Lord saying about your situation. Whatever your situation is, the Lord's like, oh, it fell asleep. It's dead. You calling it dead. The Lord said, oh, it's just fell asleep. This is the second time that I remember in scripture that the Lord done said this. Okay, so he said it here. And then he also said it for that little girl. The one, Talite Kum, little girl. That little girl, the 12-year-old girl, right? And he says, get up, little girl. Okay, Talite Kum means get up. All right, arise. So again, he's saying it here too. All right, he's saying, oh, he's just asleep. He dead. Okay. So here's Jesus walking throughout. Our friend Lazarus has fallen asleep, but I'm on my way to wake him. No big deal. The disciple said to him, Lord, if he has fallen asleep, he will get well. Jesus, however, was speaking about his death, but they thought he was speaking about natural sleep. So Jesus then told them plainly, Lazarus has died. I'm glad for you that I wasn't there so that you may believe, but let's go to him. Then Thomas said to the fellow disciples, let's go too, that we may die with him. Then Jesus arrived. He found Lazarus had been in the tomb for 4 days. Bethany was near Jerusalem, less than 2 miles away. Many of the Jews had come to Martha and Mary to comfort them and their brother. They're mourning, you guys. How many of you have been mourning over the thing that you have said it's dead? You've been mourning over it, okay? So everybody's sitting there mourning. And then Martha said to Jesus, Lord, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. Yet even now I know that whatever you ask from God, God will give you. Your brother will rise again, Jesus told her. Martha said to him, I know he will rise again in the resurrection at the last day. Jesus said to her, I am the resurrection and the life. The one who believes in me, even if he dies, will live. Everyone who lives and believes in me will never die. Do you believe this? Yes, Lord, she told him. I believe you are the Messiah, the Son of God, who comes into the world. Having said this, she went back and called her sister Mary in private. The teacher is here and is calling for you. As soon as she heard this, she got up quickly and went to him. Jesus had not come into the village, but was still in the place where Martha had met him. The Jews who were with her in the house consoling her that Mary got up quickly and went out. They followed her, supposing that she was going to the tomb to cry there. As soon as Mary came to where Jesus was and saw him, she fell on her feet and told him, Lord, if you had been here, my brother wouldn't have died. When Jesus saw her crying and the Jews who had come with her crying, he was deeply moved in his spirit and troubled. Where have you put him? He asked. Lord, they told him, come and see. Jesus wept. So the Jews said, see how he loved him. But some of them said, couldn't he who opened the blind man's eyes also have kept this man from dying? Then Jesus, deeply moved again, came to the tomb. It was a cave, and the stone was lying against it. Remove the stone, Jesus said. It was dead, stinking. The stone was over it, y'all. It was stink. They didn't have no embalming, nothing. These bodies, they was turning real quick. You had to go bury these people, okay? Martha, the dead man's sister, told him, Lord, there's already a stench because he's been dead for 4 days. There's some things in your life that's been dead for a long time, and it stinks. If you were to open up its tomb, it would stink, okay? Jesus said to her, didn't I tell you that if you believe, you would see the glory of God? So they removed the stone, and Jesus raised his eyes and said, Father, thank you that you heard me. I know that you always hear me, But because of the crowd standing here, I said this, so that they may believe you sent me. After he said this, he shouted with a loud voice, Lazarus, come out. The dead man came out, bound, hand and foot with linen strips, with his face wrapped in cloth. Jesus said to them, unwrap him, let him go. That's some things in your life. They've been like Lazarus, dead in the cave. Thank you. It's dead, dead. It ain't kind of sort of dead. It ain't dying. No, it's dead. You ain't just perceived it to be dead. It's dead. It's dead like when Jesus tells Ezekiel, look at these dead bones. They're dead. They're just bones. Like they're not even flesh no more. It's just a valley of dead. Okay? Speak to it. Speak in life. Okay? It comes back to life. The Lord is bringing some back to life for many of y'all. Okay? Things that have definitely, you have not imagined that it was dead. It was dead. It was dead. Okay? And so that was something that he was speaking to me about the other day. And one of the ways I can speak to you guys about it is through the word Bethany came up. Okay? And he directed me with this to let me know that there are things that are literally being transformed. Okay? Let's see. Some of these things are old things, but being transformed into new things. All right. There's a new thing that he is doing. Where else do you want me to go with this? I'm listening at the same time. Hold on. Oh, you must believe. I wish I would have had my other little book. There's a book that I've been writing in, and Holy Spirit, make me go back, please, or bring me what I need to say. Okay, thank you. Don't just entertain the thought. Okay. Um, thought. Your thought needs to. The faith needs to meet your thought. Okay, and it needs to be. It needs to turn into a belief. You have a thought that you've been entertaining because the Lord has told you something. So you're entertaining the thought, right? But you have no faith attached to it. You need to attach some faith in it. It needs to become your belief because the Lord needs us to believe. When you believe, you start coming into agreement with things. You start moving differently. So there's some things that the Lord has told some of y'all, some of us, and he's asking us to take the thought, apply the faith, and allow it to become a belief. And then to start walking into the belief, walking like it's real. Like we truly believe that something is about to happen. Like the Lord's telling you, oh, this is about to happen for you. I'm about to do this for you. But it's just the thought that you're entertaining, but you don't truly believe it. He needs you to believe it. Until you believe it, you're not going to be able to walk it out. Okay? So there's some things like you got to believe for more. You got to start believing for more, y'all. The Lord might start asking you all to do some weird stuff. Okay? He's done this with me before. He's done this with me before regarding like a car. Okay? Like it's not making sense. How would that even happen, Lord? How? Go test drive new cars, and I'm telling the man, oh, I'll be back in a month or so. I'm just looking around. With what? What you looking around with, girl? You just your eyes, huh? But he'll start asking you to upgrade your thinking. It's not your bill, it's his. Okay? So when the Lord starts asking you to do some weird things, y'all start literally going and positioning yourself in those places. And it might seem like the weirdest thing ever. Yes. Go if you feel as if you want to one day drive a Mercedes, get dressed nicely and go over to the Mercedes dealership. And yeah, I would really like to test drive. What is it? A G-Wagon? Yeah. and you know what kind of whatever it is. Okay, I really would like to test drive a G wagon. Da 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 da. You say something like, you're not married. You say, my husband's been saying that he's going to get it for me. Yeah, ain't got no husband. Don't even got no G wagon money. Don't even have the money for the first payment. Okay, go literally. It sounds crazy, but the Lord told you He's bringing you a husband that can afford the G wagon. Baby, you better go test drive the G wagon. So when the husband come with the G wagon, you know you know exactly what you want because you done been over there. You done test drived it already. Okay, I know that sounds insane, but I'm telling y'all, the Lord done made me do some insane things, and then some kind of way He produces it through the insanity. And I know it sounds crazy, and then there'll be another level. I hate to say it that way. He'll bring it up to another level. Okay. Oh, you believe me for this? Now I'm going to do this for you. Do you believe it? Okay, go see about it. Go see about it with money. Go see about it. Go put yourself in the environment. Go look around. What do you want exactly? I want to know what you want. He's serious. Take him seriously. He's serious. Okay. But you got to start believing it. And you got to start thinking you can have it. There's a lot of things that you're telling yourself you can't have for some reason. Okay, it's not that you can't have. No, that's not it. It's not that you can't have it. You don't understand the how yet. That's all it is. You don't understand the how you can obtain it. That's all it is. All the wealth is in the Lord's hand, so is all the wisdom and knowledge. That's all you don't understand yet is the how. Go look at it. Start thinking like that. Start upgrading your thinking. All right? It's your thinking. Yes, it's our thinking. We gotta start thinking differently. If the Lord has how you be saying this? Not that He's prepared a place for you. There's many homes. I'm saying it wrong. Let me type this out so I can get the exact scripture for y'all. John. Okay. John 14:2. In my Father's house there are many rooms. If it wasn't so, I wouldn't have told you that I am going to prepare a place for you. Okay. I thought it said something about homes. Well, prepare a place, intentional, many rooms. Okay, well, He got mansions and stuff too. It's not saying what I'm trying to say, but you get my point. Okay, look. Yeah, go to the open house. You want a house? God can get you a house. Oh, y'all think I sound crazy? You gonna see how crazy I am one day. You gonna see one day just how crazy I am. One day you gonna tune in and Kandi gonna be in the Arise office. You gonna see my faith gonna get me there, cause it ain't gonna be nothing but Jesus in my faith and with me being obedient to whatever He tell me to do. But I guarantee one day you're gonna tune into this channel. You can tune off right now. You might come back 3 years later. Baby gonna have a pretty Arise screen behind you, big. Welcome to Arise. And have a little microphone. Welcome to Arise. I'm be talking better too. Faith. Faith. That's all we rocking with is some faith. We are where we at right now because we believe that's the level we believed on. So start raising your belief. Okay, you don't understand how. You know how many times I don't understand how nothing. Like I be telling my kids, I'm winging it. I'm winging it. Meaning I'm just listening to the Lord and doing what He's telling me to do and He making it work. Okay, well, let's believe for a little higher. Faith to faith, glory to glory. Y'all, we got to believe a bit more. Our Father has everything in the world belongs to Him. Don't get it twisted. Everything belongs to Him. If He says the wealth of the wicked is stored up, that means it's stored up for you, the righteous. Some kind of way He gonna get it in your hand. How? I don't know. Don't ask me. He gonna figure it out. Be obedient to what He's telling you to do. So He tell you to go test drive the car? Go test drive the car. He tell you to go to the open house? Go to the open house. Okay? You don't understand, then follow the plan. You know what I'm saying? Because one thing the Lord is good, he'll show you something and then he'll start preparing you for it. That's why I told y'all in this season, don't obsess about the promise. Get into the preparation. So okay, God, all right. So we get in the house, okay? Now it's the how. Okay. He gonna start breaking some things down to you. You know, your credit card, instead of paying it one time a month and not paying it all the way off, we're gonna work on paying it off, right? And you're gonna pay it twice a month now. Now they're reporting 2 times to the credit bureau. You start seeing your credit go up, okay? He gonna start telling you to go look for this person, that person, and figuring this out, that out, how you can get this program, that program. He gonna lead you in the right direction. It's going to all add up, but you first have to believe it. If you don't believe that you can have it, you'll never have it. Then the Lord might start aligning you. Okay, give you an idea for starting a business. Okay, you got a regular job. You start a business on the side. You start doing something on the weekend. You start selling at the flea market. Okay, you Betty, you got them cakes. Betty Crocker. Okay, you got them cakes. You be slinging cakes at the flea market on the weekend. The flea market is what gets your down payment for your house. Before you know it, you slinging cakes so much, girl, everybody asking you for the cakes. You can't even hardly keep your job anymore. So it gets to the point the Lord tell you to let it go. Well, make it make sense, Jesus. It's gonna make sense, Betty. Let it go. You let it go, and then all of a sudden, something else comes in. Whenever the Lord is asking you to let go of something, it's because something is coming behind it. There's provision coming behind it, but we got to be bold enough to believe what it is that he's telling us. And sometimes that's the hard part, okay? But be faithful. You don't have to be perfect. Be faithful. It doesn't say dwellings in other translations. It's a reference to a place where bridegroom is prepared for the bride at his parents' house and came and took her. Okay. I also told how much worse I'm getting, and I die daily by everyone close to me, but I'm moving to where he showed me. I'm running along the coast of my Jesus Saves t-shirts. Okay. I'm running along the coast of my, okay. You receive on the level you believe. Take the limits off. The Father is with you. Yeah, I truly not just believe that, but I think at this point my life is pretty much a testament of that, because it's not me. It's just I'm being faithful and I'm doing what he's telling me to do. And he's doing it. You know, the Lord's going to get the glory out of your story. And for some of us, it's definitely very evident that he's getting the glory out of our story, okay? Let's see. Holy Spirit, where you want me to go? I've been hearing this all morning. What do you want me to say about that, Lord Jesus? The Lord told me to deliver this to you guys with a smile and no attitudes, no no side eyes or none of that. Okay, who knows the topic that I'm about to get on? Because I just got spanked before I even opened my mouth. Okay. All right. So I'm hearing Faith Evans. It's true love. Let me pull up the lyrics. And I'm going to smile. All right? I'm going to smile. Because who doesn't like true love, right? Okay. All righty. I'm getting spanked. All right. Faith. Is it true? It's true love. When I say it's true love. Spend time talking on the phone. When I'm not around each other, you don't want to be alone. It's real love, 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 yeah. All right, so I know the Lord's talking about marriage, but I don't know how deep he wants to go into this. In the song, the lady's saying it's 6 years, 5 months. That's how long we've been having this thing. We've got, every moment hasn't been perfect, but still, when it feels perfect, it feels like you're the only two people who have something real. Now, 3 years, 2 weeks, that's how long we've been raising our family. And I wouldn't go trading the love that we got. So don't go chasing. I love you just the way you are. It's true love. When you say I need you, when you say you need me like I need you, and we can't be without me like I can't be without you, it's true love. When we spend, they still like each other. They like each other. And I always kind of say this with y'all. Y'all, love is beautiful. And I mean, it's a powerful emotion. And what I mean by that is, you do you realize that you can love people that you don't really like? I think actually some of y'all can't realize that. I think you can actually realize that you can love people that you don't really like and they don't really like you, but y'all love each other. But these people like each other and they love each other. Yeah, I'm serious. Y'all, I think some of y'all, if you just, a lot of y'all came from the first message I just did about the toxic love. So you totally relate to the fact that some people have breadcrumbed you. They love you maybe. I don't know. Maybe they do, maybe they don't. I don't know. You love them maybe. But maybe they don't really like you as much as you like them. They might tolerate you. But these people in this song, no, baby, they like each other a lot. They like being around each other. When we spend time talking on the phone, because when we're not around each other, we don't want to be alone. They married, boo. They married. They got kids. And they be talking on the phone? Talking on the phone? When we're not around each other? Y'all want to be around each other that much? These people like each other. Okay? They don't just wait until the evening time when they see each other at home. They be calling on the phone. But what you doing? I'm at work. That's what I'm doing. Okay. They like each other. So, Lord, where you want to go with this? But I've been hearing this all morning. Actually, I was hearing this last night too. In the middle of something else that the Lord was giving me. So, for some of y'all, there's definitely love coming forth in this time for people. This is a time of replanting. Like I was saying earlier, I was seeing that the Lord is putting people together. So, Lord, where you want to go with that? I'm hearing, I'm so into you. I don't know what I'm gonna do. But the Lord says there's no confusion. I just hear, I'm so into you. He's like, no, don't go no further. There's none of that. Okay? There's no confusion, he's saying. I'm hearing several love songs on top of each other. I'm trying to catch them. Where you want me to go with this? I'm trying to still smile. Okay. Do you believe in love after? What does it say? Because I know I'm about to sing that wrong. I can feel so deep inside my heart. Really don't think it's strong enough. Love after life? Share. I always sing that one wrong. I know that I can get through this, 'cause I don't need you anymore. Yeah, I don't need you anymore. After love. After love, after love. Okay, do you believe in what? Do you believe in life after love? Okay, do you believe in life after love? I can feel something inside me. It says, I really don't think it's strong enough. No. He says he restores. He's the God of the re. The Lord used to do that with me sometimes in the past when I would be on lives with y'all. It's like I would just keep hearing the restore, this, re. He would just keep saying okay? Re means to do it again. Let's do it again, okay? That's what he's talking about with the re, okay? He's doing it again, but he's doing it different. He's doing it his way. It's not your way, okay? You've tried things your way. That did not work out. The Lord's doing things his way. There's some of y'all that he is restoring you. It could be your second time around. It could be your third or fourth too. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if you're a person that loves love, it could be one of those many times for you. Um, oh man, I don't know. I want to share that. I guess it don't really matter. But I kind of laughed the other day when the Lord was kind of singing that song to me, and then I laughed even more that evening. He was singing that second time around to me, and then I laughed even more that evening because I ran into my first stepmom. Yeah, I ran into my first stepmom. That means I have a second stepmom. Okay. Um, and I was so happy to see her. But you get my point? Yeah, daddy didn't give up on love. Okay, my dad didn't give up on love just because, whatever happened in the other previous relationships. He didn't give up. Okay. So, um, yeah, Pops didn't give up. And one thing that was awesome about him, though, is that whoever he was in a relationship with, his children, their children became his children. So it's like it was all love. Like it's nice whenever things don't work out and people can be cordial with one another, and their children can literally be like brothers and sisters because they're my extended family. So I was very happy to see her, but sometimes it's like that, life's, and it might happen like that for some of you. I've already kind of shared part of my situations, so it might be like that, might be like that. It just is what it is. Where are we going? I'm hearing that song that says, "That's the way, I like it, But the Lord is showing me the word restore. He's a God of restoration. Um, 7 years ago, I stopped considering dating. Now, every time I go to watch a movie, it's a lifetime love story I don't even want to watch, but He keeps me there. Yeah, the Lord told me to change the way in which I talk. I got corrected before I even began to speak. If you have tried and you failed, okay? The thing is that you tried. So there's a part of you that actually does desire that. So the advice the Lord gave me concerning that, stop being hard towards it and confront the issues that make me hard towards it. Because apparently that is something that I do desire, but for some reason I've gotten hard. I know all the reasons, but I'm not gonna sit here and give y'all a therapy session. You get my point? Look at yourself. What is your reasons for getting hard concerning it? And go confront those issues. Because apparently that is something your heart desires. Why you try so many times? Your heart desired it. It just didn't work out. Well, will you allow Him to do it for you? Let Him take care of it for you instead of you trying to set yourself up in different situations. Allow the Lord to set you up. Okay? Yeah, that's why we're going to let the Lord's going to pick. The Lord's going to pick. Okay? The man picker is broken. And the woman picker is broken. Let the Lord pick for you who it is that He has for you. Okay? And just get your heart ready. Get your heart ready and stop saying that if it is something that, if you're really honest with yourself, is it something that you really do want? Then that's okay. It's okay that you wanted and it didn't work out for you in the past. Can you trust the Lord with the future? Okay? That's kind of just like with the car. You believing for something that your heart desires that seems to be maybe out of the reach for you at the moment, but it's not out of the reach for the Lord. It might be out of reach for you. Like, Lazarus couldn't bring himself back to life, nor could Mary or Martha bring him back to life. Only God could. And the Lord is talking about resurrecting dead things. You might be looking at it like that part of your life is dead. It's dry as a desert. There's no hope for it. But he might not feel that way. Okay? So just let's leave it in the Lord's hands, basically. I think I'm about to leave, y'all. The Lord said to just focus on Him. I'm seeing the sunflower. He says focus on Him. He says focus on healing. Um, the first thing that the Lord is going to restore is going to be you. Okay? The first thing that He's going to restore is He's going to restore you. So allow Him to do that work. And whatever He brings. Kind of like I was saying earlier, don't focus on the promise, focus on just the process the Lord is taking you through. So if He's taking you through healing, yeah, let Him take you through your healing. Let Him heal you. If it's broken, you may first need to let the Lord fix it. He can do it. Yes, He can heal us. He can heal us to where it don't even look like anything was ever broken. You know, He restores. When He restores, He doesn't do a factory reset. It's better than. It's kind of like those old school cars. Whenever they get the crocodile seats and they got the shoot, you don't need a CD player no more. But that's what I learned. Car don't have a CD player no more. They have the little plug-in. You know, basically that's what the Lord does. He upgrades you. You don't get it the same way it came. You get it better than. So that's what He's doing. All right. Yes, surrender the process to Him. He'll bring it. Don't even be, especially ladies, y'all shouldn't really be looking for it. Y'all shouldn't be looking for it. Just be in your purpose, doing whatever the Lord has you doing, and healing and growing with Him, and He'll bring it to you. And He'll let you know that that's what it is that He has for you. So I'm gonna let y'all go. If you are interested in the back office, you guys, there's a join button down there. There are videos that are shared in the back that are not shared in the front, and there's a little bit more extra I need to tell y'all, I think. So there are videos in the back that are shared back there exclusively and not shared in the front. There are also listening parties, lives, etc. that are in the back, messages that are in the back, they're not in the front. Also, all the older videos, more than a year, are also all going to be posted in the back at some point. They will all be available for you guys to watch and go back to. So if you want to support this ministry in a small way, you can go ahead and hit the join button down there and join the back office. If you're led to sow into this ministry, we have some ways you can sow in. There's Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, and also Zelle. The Cash App is ariseinglory. That information is in the description box. Everything concerning this ministry can be found pretty much on KandyNicoleArise.com. So you guys can go over there and check out the information that's available on KandyNicoleArise.com. There's books, some other things too. All right. What do you want me to say about that? Because I want to make something clear. There's a clear separation that's happening, that has happened, because He wants me to be very clear. There's a clear separation that has happened with the unrighteous and the righteous, and we are on two different paths at this time. They are going to deal with their judgment on their path, and you are also going to deal with your judgment on your path. The Lord really wants us to take our eyes off of them and start putting our eyes back on Him and the path that we are walking out. So in that, there's some accountability that needs to happen right now. The pointing the finger, there's some pointing back at you. Start focusing on the changes that you need to make, and stop just looking at the people who may have hurt you, etc. Look at what you accepted and the why, and begin to heal those things inside of you. So bring it to Him. If you can afford therapy, counseling, take it. If you can't afford it, ask the Lord to fix you. Okay? He can do it. Because there's some things on your path going forward that the Lord wants to restore you. His plan is to restore you. And until we deal with those past issues, He's not going to be able to bring the new thing to us. But He wants to make a clear indication to many of you that now you are on another exit. They took their exit, you have taken your exit. And He wants you to focus on what's in front of you and not what is behind you. So, did I do that justice, Father God? Because he's showing me, if you're in the back office, go and watch Exit 212, because this is what I'm talking about, but I'm trying to just give it to you in the easiest way. This live was kind of altogether of what is coming up for the righteous. Restoration is coming for the righteous. It's coming through financial restoration. It is coming through love. It's coming through all the things. Okay, it's a time for restoration for his children, but in the restoration is also a healing and a restoring that is happening. So the Lord's not just going to put some paint on top of a dusty, rusty, shell. No, the Lord is going to get you right and then get you shiny. All right. So I just want to make that clear to you what it is he's doing with us right now. He's healing us, restoring us, and then he's putting many of you in unions, putting you in certain positions, etc. That's what he's doing with us right now. So I hope that you guys have a good rest of your day. Okay, I'm just looking at what y'all put down there at the bottom. I hope that y'all have a good rest of your day. And whenever the Lord leads me to come back on here, I'll be back on here to talk to you guys. Bye, family.